I've got one more for you, Judge. President Obama speaking of line items here, using his pen and his phone to get things done yet again. Listen to what he said.
The failure of House Republicans to pass a darn bill is bad for our security, it's bad for our economy, and it's bad for our future. Today, I'm beginning a new effort to fix as much of our immigration system as I can on my own, without Congress. If Congress will not do their job, at least we can do ours.
You know, there's a cartoon in this morning's New York Post which shows Professor Obama at the University of Chicago Law School saying, "Now, students, I'm going to talk to you about the three branches of the federal government. Me, myself, and I." I didn't make this up. It was a great cartoon. I saw it this morning. Because here he goes again, thinking he can write the laws on his own. Look, he has what the law calls prosecutorial discretion. He can decide, spend more money prosecuting drug dealers, spend more money prosecuting bank robbers. He can make those decisions. But for him to exercise prosecutorial discretion in a way that has the opposite effect from what the law wants, when he tells people who are here illegally, hey, I'm going to tell you how to stay here, and I won't prosecute you for being here illegally, he's not upholding his oath to enforce the laws.
These executive
Republicans should do something about it.
Well, listen, last week you heard about lawsuits from the Republicans. Obviously, he's had a string of defeats by the Supreme Court. It feels like there's some pushback against the imperialistic presidency that we have here, but also these executive orders, from what I understand and what I know about history, it feels like a desperate attempt. Sometimes it's a sign that the president's become a lame duck president.
I think he recognizes that he's a lame duck president if and it appears he will, but if he loses the Senate in November, he will really be isolated, and we'll probably see even more of these things that he threatened yesterday.
So he doubles down. You think he'll double down?
But there's a constitutional remedy for it. It's a painful constitutional remedy, but it's right there. It's called impeachment.
Yeah.
If he's not doing his job, if his failure to enforce the law is having the opposite effect of what he's supposed to do, if the signal he sends to immigrants basically says, send your children over the border, we'll take care of them, there has to be a stop.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I got to tell you, there's no sign that he's going to pull a Bill Clinton and move to the middle if it's a disaster in November.
I think you're right, Charles.
He would have done it already, right?
Yes, you're right. He would have done it already, and he'd be happy and popular today instead of miserable and shunned, as he appears to be.
All right, guys, thanks a lot, Judge. Brilliant stuff as usual. Hey, GoPro, speaking of brilliant, on fire since the IPO last week. So is now the time to buy? Should you actually be chasing this thing, or should investors brace for a crash? We've got the real halftime report coming right up.